I've always found myself faced with a simple question, and each time, I'm stumped. I hesitate. I look at the person asking me, trying to decide how best to answer, because the truth is, there is no one right answer. I simply do not know. I'm Polish, but I'm not great at speaking Polish. I'm Indonesian, but I've never lived there. I was born in England, but I've lost my accent, and I'm not Chinese, but I speak Mandarin a lot better than my Polish since I've been here for so long. So, which one do I say? And in that moment, I realized that the question itself is a bit of a puzzle, one that doesn't have an easy solution. I've essentially been caught between cultures, forced into a liminal space where my identity can't easily fit into one neat label. And for a while, that bothered me. There's this feeling of being in between, like you're not quite part of anything. You don't truly fit into anything, and that has made me feel very faceless at times. But here's the thing I realized. That's okay. The obscurity of it all has actually turned out to be the best. I mean, all my life I've known that I don't just belong to one culture, but instead I have the privilege of belonging to many. And I've learned to embrace that, not as my weakness, but as my strength. In a way, the uncertainty about where I'm from is exactly what has made me who I am today. It's shaped me. It's not a question about fitting into one category, but rather understanding that my identity exists in the intersections of all the places I've been lucky enough to call my home. And it all starts with a table. To you, a table might just seem like a functional piece of furniture, but to me, it's much more than that. Growing up, the table has been the place where the most important parts of my life unfolded. My birthdays, my deepest conversations, my familial celebrations all happened around a table. But the table isn't just reserved for grand occasions. It's where we experience small, everyday things. It's where we do our homework, scroll through our phones, figure out what's for dinner, or argue over the TV remote. It's where we share our frustrations about life, about school, about that one project we're trying to avoid. It's where we sit down after a long, tiring day and eat our snacks and just wonder what we're doing in life. And we all experience this, all across the world, whether you're in a penthouse in New York, a lavish house here in Beijing, a flat in Warsaw, or a villa in Florence. It doesn't matter. We all experience the same essential moments of life, and this is something that we all understand. In this way, the table becomes the stage for the small, ordinary things that happen to us. Whether it's any of the things I've mentioned before, or doing something silly like laughing with your friends. All of these moments, and many, many more, are what connect us, reminding us that at the end of the day, we all experience the same feeling of being human in this world. And of course, with the table comes food. Everyone loves food. Food isn't just joy. Food isn't just fuel. It's joy. It's comfort. It's memory. When you ask someone about their favorite food, they won't just tell you the dish. They'll tell you who used to make it for them, where they had it last, or what it reminds them of. A bowl of soup can take you back to your grandma's kitchen, and a slice of pizza can take you back to late-night hangouts with friends. Food is memorable like that. Through food, I've learned that unity doesn't mean sameness. In fact, some of the most memorable meals are those where the dishes couldn't have been more different. Sweet, savory, spicy, sour, all on the same table. And I think that's why the table, as simple as it is so memorable, is so important. We can all learn from it. Once we understand how fundamentally similar we all are as human beings, we can start to approach a sense of unity that transcends time, culture, and distance. In that shared moment at the table, we're all doing the same thing. We're eating, we're laughing, we're sharing, we're smiling, we're crying. Whatever it is that we're doing, we're connecting with the people around us. And in that moment, none of the differences matter as much. We start to see that beyond the dishes, beyond the languages, beyond the places that we call home, we're all united in something much deeper, our simple existence as humans. This is the kind of unity that lasts lifetimes, not because it's built on the idea that we're the same, but because it's founded on the recognition that we're all different in ways that make us unique, and yet we can still come together and bond over the simple, essential moments in our lives. We come together at the table, we share our stories, we share our lives, and in doing so, we can start to build bonds that stretch across generations, cultures, and countries. We become a part of something bigger than ourselves. So the next time someone asks me where I'm from, I won't stutter. There's no reason to. It's not a question that begs a simple answer. I'm not just from one place. I'm from all the places I've been and from all the experiences I've had. I'm from the table, where my dad's Polish pierogi meets my mom's Indonesian rendang, where the food doesn't have to be the same in order to make me feel at home, where I'm both in between and exactly where I need to be. So, to those of you who are feeling the same right now, I want to tell you this. You have the power to create belonging wherever you go, so don't be afraid to bring your unique ingredients to the table and share them. Because once you do, you'll find that belonging isn't something that you've searched for, it's something that you can build, one meal, one connection at a time.